Hi, Samir. Welcome to Surreal.
Thank you for having me.
Finally, after what, 3 months?
4 or 5.
I reached out to Samir in February or January. And I was initially, I was so worried when I reached out to you
Why?
because I didn't know you.
Yeah, but I mean, you have to do these things.
I
You
do,
have to.
but then it was so funny because I was so hesitant. I was like, how's this guy going to react to him getting a text from a girl that doesn't even live in Spain about a podcast? He responded with a 5 minute long voice message.
I remember, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically telling you I'm really down.
Yeah.
And I think it's a very good idea. And I think that's something that would work very well here in Madrid.
I'm happy this fell through.
Yeah, I'm so excited, honestly.
So can you tell us a bit about yourself for everyone that doesn't know you?
Okay, so my name is Samir. I grew up in Saudi Arabia. I'm originally Lebanese. I moved to Madrid 4 years ago, not knowing I was going to get myself into this.
Why did you move here initially?
My mom forced me.
What?
Yes, I was meant to go to either Canada or the US. But when the university accepted me, she told me you have to, and I just said harder and made it happen. Well, yeah, it's the best decision of my life, honestly.
And what are you doing here now?
Right now, I'm studying. I'm just trying to get that degree. But at the same time, obviously, I'm DJing as well as organizing nightlife events with a twist, of course. Like I said, I really didn't know I was going to get myself into this industry. But one thing led to another, and I made it happen. And now I'm just trying to, leave a mark.
Initially moving to Spain, what was your initial career path? What did you initially want to do?
So I decided to study BBA because I had no idea what I wanted to do. My whole life has been around trying different things. I had a videography account, did magic.
What?
No, that was for fun. My mom always wanted me to become an architect, engineer. So I just kept trying different things and decided, you know what, BBA makes the most sense for me. And honestly, everything I do right now is linked to what I'm studying. Everyone I met was through the networking of, the courses I've studied.
Yeah. You run an events company, I want to experience called PAX.
Yes.
Can you tell us a bit about that?
So PAX Arabiana started off as I wouldn't say as a joke. It was more of something for fun. I started off as Simba alone. I started DJing. So I'll take you back there first. I started DJing on my own. I learned it pretty quick, honestly. I learned it 4 years ago now. And I was messing around at home a lot, trying to mix different tracks. It was so bad. I have my video since back then. I can't even listen to that. But the fact that I was consistent made me fall in love more with it. And it was more of the right place and the right time for me. I had a friend of mine that got another friend over one time to my house. And that person listened to me, mix, since we were doing it for fun. And she ended up telling me that she wants to give me an opportunity at E-Star, which I'm sure every DJ listening to this knows that
I think everyone in Madrid knows.
Yeah, but not many DJs get the opportunity to start off at E-Star. If you do, you're very lucky. People start at a house party, at bars, musical spaces, and then eventually make it to E-Star once you're qualified. So obviously that opportunity helped me a lot. Eventually, my two other friends, Ammar and Aram, were doing the exact same thing, but in different cities. Aram lived in London, Ammar lived in Miami. They started off the same way. They started, mixing for fun at home. Ammar was actually the first one. He introduced us to this scene and encouraged us to learn. So we all bought our equipment, started off there. And then one day, Aram comes and goes like, I had a talk with my father, and he got the idea of creating a music collective. We asked him, okay, why? He said, you know what, you guys are Arabs and you live in Europe and US and, you come to the Middle East a lot. It would be really cool if you could put your touch and culture into the nightlife, which is something that we were already a part of. And I really liked the idea. I said, okay, guys, let's brainstorm names. Aram replied with, my father came up with PAX Arabiana. No hesitation, no questions asked. We said, yes, let's do it.
Does it mean anything?
Of course, it means something. So, Pax Romana is this time thousands of years ago in the Roman Empire. It was a time where there was peace for 100 years. And during that time of peace, music came to life. You know, people started using instruments or, you know, their voices in obviously artistic ways to send out a message. And we are kind of trying to do the same thing, which is, you know, use music to give out, you know, peace by, you know, including the Arab culture, especially in countries where it's very rare to find, you know. Before Arab nights here in Madrid or London, obviously London's different. There's millions of Arabs, but a nightclub or an experience in the nightlife industry where all these people can come meet and, you know, socialize, hear music that reminds them of home, you know, make them feel welcomed and intimate at the end of
Do
the
you
day.
think your events attract more Arabs or more like foreigners, you would say?
So we started off with just Arabs. Arab night attracts only Arabs, especially at the first few times. But honestly, our community and our crowd are what led us to attract those other, you know, other crowds. I have so many Spanish friends here in Spain, or even British people coming to our Arab nights, and I'm like, and they're singing. I see them singing, and I'm like, what are you doing here? And they tell me, oh, my Lebanese friend, my Saudi friend, my Moroccan friend got us here, and we love it, and we've been coming every day, every month for a year now, and that honestly is that gives me the reassurance of we're doing what we've always been planning on doing.
Where was your first event?
Our first actual event was here in Madrid.
Yeah.
We collaborated with Prism Events, which is also something I'm a part of. At the time, he was the only owner of this brand, Omar Suleiman. He approached us and said, listen, let's collaborate, you know, do something nice. So Prism Events is purely revolves around Arab nights. You know, you're coming to hear full-time Arabic music, be around Arabic people, obviously non-Arabs are included, and that's it. PAX Arabiana, however, in London, that's where it started, wasn't so much about, you know, just Arabic, but it was more of what does nightlife mean to us, and how can we incorporate Arabic into it? So instead of, you know, remixing Kulthum, would use the instruments she's used on her songs, or even her vocals, maybe just a tabla, you know, percussions, and that's kind of where I see the difference. So to answer your question, yes, Madrid was the first time, and it was the first time we actually had a PAX Arabiana experience.
Do you think your vision for like PAX Arabiana has changed since then, or has it like maintained the same vision more or less?
So thankfully, I have very ambitious partners, and since day one, they always, you know, imagined the steps that we could take. We honestly didn't think that we would get this far, because we honestly started with the idea of, you know, 3 Arab DJs just playing kind of music, Arab version, you know. But the day we decided to start creating events, we realized, okay, the limit isn't that threshold. You know, we can go way further. I can tell you a little story we had between ourselves at the very beginning. We had one of the partners, either Aram or Ammar, I'm not very sure. I'm pretty sure it was Aram. I asked Aram, what is PAX Arabiana? What does that mean to you? He told me, you know, we're just 3 DJs, Arab DJs, trying to, you know, play Arabic music or incorporate, like I said, the Arabic culture into our music. Ammar replied and said, no, that's so limited. We want to create the event in a club, or, you know. And I remember telling them, guys, if that's where we're stopping, I don't see myself being a part of this. But I told them that, guys, I think we can go way further. I want a theme park, you know. I want roller coasters in our events. I want to maybe even create a record label, you know, have collaborate with Utopico and create a coffee, you know. Shout out
You already
Utopico.
did one, no?
We did, yes. We had the PAX Arabian drink. It was a seasonal. It was amazing. We're planning on releasing that soon, maybe. But yeah, honestly, who knows where PAX Arabian is going to, and it's definitely not staying at clubs. It's kind of breaking that limitation.
See, you guys have a very like specific concept, I would say, with a very big vision. But do you think you can grow PAX to something bigger without diluting it?
What do you mean by diluting it?
Like making it forget its essence, because that's a reoccurring problem with like these
Yeah.
concepts, you know? The more you grow it, the more you forget about like where they originally started.
Yeah. Now, something we really don't like is when people assume that PAX Arabiana is purely Arabic, Arabic, Arabic. We are here, we want to listen to Amr Diab, we want to hear Talat Da'at, you know, we want to hear that bothers us a lot because that was never our vision, you know. Adding you know, the Arabic essence to our music or our, you know, nights. And it's not only through music. We've had a lot of times where we've done it in different ways. For example, we've served Arabic coffee at the entrance when people are, you
Really?
know, when people are entering our events. Yeah. We've had bukhur being you know, not sprayed,
Display.
displaced around the room basically. You know, we've had tabla, drummers basically come and perform, singers, belly dancers. We've always been trying to add something. You know what I mean? My favorite thing was a henna artist. We've had a henna
No way
artist
you
one
had a
time
henna out.
in the club.
That's actually really
It
cool.
was amazing. So I don't think that by growing or expanding PAX Arabiana is going to dilute our, you know, root, but it will actually give us more platforms to showcase that.
See, you said it yourself. You're still trying to get through your degree. How do you balance the work life, especially considering that most of your work is like revolving around nightlife?
Okay, so at first it was extremely hard. A lot of my friends know this. I used to, you know, work maybe closing. So you have the opening, main, closing slots. When you start off, you'll rarely get the main slot. So when I started off with opening and closing, especially closing, ending the club at 6 a.m. when you have a class at 9 a.m., horrible. I had to do these a few times at the beginning. Obviously, I hid it from my mom. Sorry, mama. But eventually, you know, the more we grew, the easier it was to maybe get weekends or, you know, create those events during breaks or better times for our customers. Of course, I hate hearing, why are you having this event on this day? I have exams the next day, you know. I'd rather have it on a weekend, of course. So now it's, you know, alhamdulillah, more user friendly, let's say.
How do you guys respond to criticism like these?
We've gotten far worse, obviously. We've gotten a lot of hate for doing what we're doing, saying that it's ruining our culture. Honestly, at the end of the day, everyone has their own opinions. Our opinion is simply, I feel like we have the right intentions, you know, and no matter what, we have a clear goal. Maybe if what we're doing right now is not exactly what we want to be doing and very comfortable with, you know, the wider goal. But I believe in my partners, and I'm sure they believe in me as well. You know, we're gonna get there eventually, hopefully, inshallah. Obviously, with our community, we have a very strong community.
Do you guys like throw events upon like different cities? London and Madrid, how do you approach them differently? They're so different, especially in terms of nightlife. Like, if you think of it, nightlife here starts at 2, 3. There, it ends at 2, 3.
Yes. So obviously, a lot of event planners or DJs know this. There is a certain structure that different, let's say, festival or clubs respect. So I said that earlier, opening, main, and closing. You know, you have the opening DJ whose job is to basically start off the night, get the people on their, you know, toes, dancing a bit. The main is the whole act, and the closing is the people that are taking, you know, the experience and maybe either prolonging it, sometimes, you know, taking it down to get to make sure that the people know that the night is ending. But in London, we actually changed that order. We go with the opening 1, opening 2, and then the main. So PAX Arabiana is actually the final act. We start around 12:30 and go on till 3 a.m. When opening is from 10 to 11, opening to, let's say, 11 to 12:30. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's kind of, we're just offering a different experience. You know what I mean? And a lot of people aren't used to that, but we've managed to make sure our customers know
And
that.
do you like approach the crowd differently there as well?
Definitely. People in Madrid and London are completely different, especially the nights.
How?
So I used to tell people that Madrid's crowd, very emotional. What they want are those, you know, dramatic moments. They want those, they want to sing, they want to dance, they want to hear things that remind them of home. London's very more faster BPM, so a quick, let's say tech house, different genres. and we incorporate our, Arabic essence into tech house rather than Afro house, which is here in Madrid. So even with the music, we've realized we have a difference.
You previously mentioned that you get so much hate for like ruining your culture, more or less. This is actually a very relevant topic on social media, and especially in magazines. There's actually an article on Days Mina that's called The Habibification of Arab Culture. And I got this like piece out of it. I'm going to read it to you.
Okay, yes.
So it goes like the Arabization of house music is becoming hard to ignore. With DJs remixing golden era vocals they don't understand, dropping oud loops and Kulthum samples as background flavor, this trend, which we call Habibification, flattens Arab sonic identity into an aesthetic more exotic garnish than a cultural expression. What do you think of that?
Okay, so when did this all start?
This article was released last summer, so in August.
Okay, I'd say a year before that is when this wave started. The Arabization of house music. You see kind music playing an Amr Diab track. You see every single night you go to a club, you're going to hear an Arabic house remix. The reason why I'm saying Arabic house is because that genre doesn't exist. Afro house is out there, hip hop, R&B, they're actual things. Arabic house is something that, TikTok created, the people on Instagram created. So what we tried to do, and I think we did really good, is enter at the right time. We had one person once that interviewed us and told us that we are the pioneers of that. Not really, but the way I see what he meant is the fact that we were there at the right time. We created PAX Arabiana before kind music ever did that. Before those DJs really did that, because Afro house is also new. It's
Yeah. But how do you make sure PAX Arabiana stays more or less authentic rather than like fitting into the aesthetic norms?
okay. So whenever you hear any song out there, you'll always put it in a specific category. PAX Arabiana tracks, even though we didn't really release many, I think we have one out there right now. We have a lot that we're releasing this year, hopefully. But not only what we produce, but also what we play. We always make sure, or at least try to mix in, different tracks and create a new sound. I want people leaving the club and go like, that sound, that's what I want to be listening to every time. You know what I mean? I can't say it's tech house because I heard a tabla in there with Arabic vocals. I can't say it's Afro house because it's faster BPM, and it's at the end of the day, it's those specific key points that that determine what genre it is. So since the start of PAX Arabiana, we've always tried to do that, create this new genre. You know what I mean? And that's where I see us being different than the norm.
And what do you look for when attracting like a social circle?
What do you mean by social circle?
Like the people you attract. How do you make, you said that you said it yourself, will you try to attract a specific target audience? How, what is this specific target audience?
So thankfully, with the use of AI and meta ads, obviously it's helped a lot. But no, honestly, the natural type of engagement we get, I feel like people found us. We didn't really have to go out there and try to grab the crowd. We created that type of idea. We shared it through our friends. We have a lot of friends here in Spain, in the UK, around Europe. I said that before, networking is the most important thing. Without the networking, no matter how good of a DJ you are or how good your nights are, not gonna get anyone coming to your events.
Do you think Arab electronic music has become like unintentionally elitist?
It's a very hard question, honestly, because if you think about kind music, for example, I think the answer is no. People would say no, kind music's for everyone. Everyone listens to kind music. You know what I mean? But go to a kind music show and try to get a table. You're paying a lot. You know, even the resale tickets are crazy. You know what I mean? So you can't really answer that question, and especially in this industry.
Yeah. And lastly, what's some advice you'd give someone wanting to start their own like authentic events or music label?
Okay, I'd say answer this question. Imagine you had two different categories. You have something that is very simple, you are following a structure, or you take the second route, which is creating the experience. When people come to watch PAX Arabiana, I assure you more than 70% of the people aren't coming because of PAX Arabiana, the DJs.
They're not coming for Simba.
No, they're not coming for Sunday. they're coming for the PAX Arabiana experience. You know, they want to come, wait in line, get an Arabic coffee greeted to them. You know, even a nice salam alaikum is enough to, you know, make them feel the customer pathway. At the end of the day, it's all about the customer pathway. We want the customer to enter and leave with positivity all around.
On that note, let's play a game.
Of course.
Hot or not?
Not.
What? Hot or not?
Yes.
Arab vocals in house tracks.
Very hot.
Hot?
Yes.
Phones on the dance floor.
Honestly, it depends.
You can't avoid it at events.
Not.
Not. Guest lists.
Depends who. We offer guest list for specific types of people, you know.
So hot or not?
I'll say hot. I'll go for hot.
This one, you're either gonna break my heart, reggaeton music.
Hot not.
What?
Hot not. Reggaeton house.
You're in Spain, by the way.
Listen, yeah, I have a lot of Bad Bunny, beautiful Bad Bunny tracks. I love Bad Bunny, you know. Dios knows.
Okay, the word Habibi in branding.
I'm gonna have to say not.
Not.
It's overused, honestly. Not.
Networking in smoking areas.
Hot.
Hot.
Amazing. Very hot. Okay.
No, I have to say the best areas is networking.
Obviously, we spend the most time outside the club.
I don't
than inside
even
the club.
smoke, but
No, me neither.
DJs playing lyrics they don't understand.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
Hot.
Hot.
Friends getting booked before better DJs.
Listen, if you're a good friend, you wouldn't put your friend out there unless they're a good DJ, honestly.
Okay, fair. So not.
So not, unless your name is Mo.
Fake sold out announcements.
Okay. A sold out announcement? Not.
Not.
You can't be posting sold out unless it's sold out.
Lineups curated for Instagram aesthetics instead of music.
No, definitely not. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Samir, for your time. And thank you, everyone, for listening. This is Surreal with Farah.
It was very surreal. Here.
Bye.